What's up everyone, Jeff Bodway here. We have been in a 7-month renovation project and we've been finished for about a month and a half, maybe a couple months now. And we're absolutely loving our space. Designed it well, we furnished it well, and now we're on the other side of it. One of the things that I wanted to actually talk about today is we've had a lot of friends over now that we've finished our house. We have them over for dinner, we have them over to sit and chat. Part of our design was we put in this little shelf over here. And one of those shelves is a game shelf. It's like a game and puzzle shelf. We've had so many friends over that play with it, enjoy the pieces, and they've wondered kind of how I stumbled into even wanting a game shelf, wanting to put stuff on like that. So I thought I'd just make a little video about the game shelf. I've been getting into a lot of YouTube over the past couple years just to help out with some videography. Peter McKinnon was influential in helping me color grade, set up cameras, do the ins and outs of recording. But another guy that I've stumbled upon, a guy named Chris Ramsay. Chris Ramsay is a magician and a cardist, and his YouTube channel has blown up. And I love Chris because he is funny. He's got self-deprecating humor, which is my kind of humor. That was a Chris thing. He's very accessible in how he teaches. And one of the things that he does is he shows you how to do card tricks. He shows you how to do flourishes. He solves puzzles on his channel, little puzzle teasers. And yeah, as I looked at those, I decided, hey, you know what? That's pretty cool. I love little trinkets. I love putting my hands to things. And not only do puzzles and cards work the mind and it's fun to fidget with things, they also look pretty sick on a shelf. So I went ahead and bought Chris Ramsay's hat, part of the Ram fam now. So Peter McKinnon, gotta take your hat off. I'm doing this video about Chris Ramsay, so let's do it. There we go. Looking like Chris Ramsay, kinda. Need a little work on the beard maybe. But anyways, let's get into it. So after watching Chris's channel for a while, one of the things that he had on his channel that I fell in love with right away was this box. It's called The Puzzling Obscurities. Inside this box is about 60 different teasers, brain teasers, all the way from matchsticks to wood puzzles, to some metal puzzles that you can take apart and put back together. Pretty cool. Once you open it up, they're all in individual like matchbox size boxes. And you can pull them out and work on different tasks. And we've loved these. We've had friends come over and we go through these different boxes and we challenge each other. And the cool thing is my kids love these as well. And when you accomplish a box or accomplish a task, we actually sign the back of the box. So you can come to our house, you can do one of these tasks. If you complete it, you can sign it, which is pretty cool. So the next thing I could chat about is this red ball of wax. That's WHACKS. So this ball of wax is more of just kind of a little fun thing that you can do to pull apart. Each of them are like little pyramid size magnets, and they all stick together. There's 30 different pieces of them. You can pull them apart. You can stick them in different designs. Have a little fun with it. My 5-year-old loves this one especially. He'll just sit on the ground and he'll bust this whole thing apart, put it back together in different shapes, different ways, put it back into a ball, and we put it back on the shelf. Ball of wax, looks great on a shelf, and it's just kind of fun to get your hands on. So I'm definitely not a magician or a cardist, but the way that Chris explains cardistry and different flourishes and different tricks and moves that you can do, I just got so interested. So I went ahead and picked up 4 different decks of cards. So far it's 4, I want to collect more. But yeah, I absolutely love just getting my hands on these and you know, doing different fans, doing different tricks, some of which I learned from Chris, some of which I learned from other people on YouTube. Trying out magic tricks on my kids and my wife. Trying out a magic trick that came with this hat. Absolutely love that one. So yeah, let's just take a look at these decks. So first up, I've got this plaid deck. So this is a plaid deck from Dan and Dave. Kind of a nice little classic plaid look. Each of the face cards, pretty basic, classic look. The pips are a pretty classic look as well. But absolutely love these cards. They look great, they feel great. They come with a little ad card, which is how to make a mint julep. Just in case you ever want to know how to make a mint julep. Then I got this typographer's pack. So if you look at the tuck case, it's a whole bunch of different typography and almost like a little maze design. And then inside, each card has a specific unique typography to each card. There's not one card in this deck that is exactly the same. So the 2 of spades looks completely different than the 3 of spades. My daughter is so into design and typography, so I got this pack kind of inspired by her. And so we'll look through this at just the different designs. Absolutely love this deck too. The typographer's deck. My very first pack that I picked up is a deck designed by Neil Patrick Harris, who's into some magic, and he's an actor in shows that we like to watch. And I got it because, come on, Neil Patrick Harris. And of course, probably my favorite pack is this pack from Chris Ramsay. So he designed this cool poly design called Memento Mori. I love this pack. The design is so cool. Each face card has this unique poly design to it. The color palette to this deck is unbelievable. I absolutely love the aesthetic, all the way from the face cards to the regular cards. I love the pips. They just look so good. Pretty cool deck. Then I've got this one-off card signed by Chris Ramsay. It came with the hat that I bought. And this is from his first design, his first deck of cards that he designed. And Chris, really struggling to find this online to buy it. I don't know if you can help a brother out. Come on, man. Yeah? So yeah, like I said, I'm not a cardist, I'm not a magician, but I love doing different tricks. So we get a little bit of a fan going on there. My kids are loving to learn these. Love doing a mini spring. Trying to get better at it, trying to get a little bit bigger. Still needs some more work. Chris, you were right. Practice your springs over carpet and not a hardwood floor. These things are killer to pick up. Oh. All right, moving on. So I've got these 2 elastics that are on the shelf too. A lot of people say, well, why do you have elastics on a puzzle and magic shelf? They're not really puzzling or magic. But these ones are pretty cool. See, when I interlock them, they don't come apart. But you can find this certain spot where they actually find a hole and they come apart. What? So another thing that Chris does on his channel is he works with his hands for teaser puzzles. And he'll get some cast iron puzzles from Hanayama. He'll get other ones ordered in from artofplay.com. And if I like them and they're intriguing, I'll go to Art of Play and I'll actually check the price. And if they're affordable, like 10 bucks, 15 bucks, I bought one for 40 bucks. Don't tell my wife. I'll go ahead and I'll buy them. And then they come in and then we try to solve them. So I have 3 of them here. They're cast iron puzzles, like I said. They're from Hanayama. And Hanayama rates them in 6 different levels. So this one's called the marble. And what the marble is just exactly what he says. You gotta get this marble that's in the middle and you gotta get it out. So this is a level 4 puzzle. So this is called the quartet. And this is a level 6 Hanayama. So this is the hardest Hanayama that can come out. And the object, obviously, is to get the 4 separate rings apart, but then you have to get them back together. So over the course of 2 weeks, and a probably combined 6 hours, I finally got this apart. But a Hanayama puzzle is not finished unless you can put it back together. It took me another 4 hours over the course of maybe 7 days. And my mind was just fried and I got so frustrated, I actually Googled it to get it back together. But the quartet, the hardest puzzle that I own. My most recent puzzle is another Hanayama, and this is another level 6, and it's called the news puzzle, because you have north, east, west, and south on both sides. So this is a level 6, and to figure out how to open this up takes the longest time, but like any puzzle, once you figure out how to solve this one, it's pretty simple and pretty easy. So those are my cast iron puzzles from Hanayama, and I'm always looking to make my collection a little bit bigger. So that is it. That's just a quick look at my game shelf, my puzzle shelf, my teaser shelf. The kids and I, we absolutely love it. We have such a blast. We spend a lot of hours playing with them. We're just sitting chatting as a family, and we're always fidgeting with something. I don't have a fidget spinner. I don't have a fidget cube. I prefer to work on Hanayama cast iron puzzles. So that's it. Thought I'd give you a little insight and a glimpse into that. So perhaps I sign off like Peter McKinnon with the hat? Nope. This video is an ode to Chris Ramsay, so I might as well sign off like Chris Ramsay. Peace. Rock.